And welcome back, guys, to the LP of Hidden Stroke 2. It's a stroke when you get it. Whatever, it means something. Okay, so moving on. I'm at the moment very unhappy, as you can hear by my voice. Anyway, moving on to the awesome destruction of the German army, the 6th Volksgrenadiers, and some other people, tanks with strange freaking names. Now I'm gonna be moving my PA-10 mechs up front as a nice... They're actually a nice reconnaissance vehicle, I will say immediately. Can I pop? Okay, you see we can't pop the commander on it, which is understandable, of course. Again, if we get shot, he gets shot. And I'm expecting something here. Look at those firewoods. Those are evil firewoods. So let's do some evil on them. Okay, let's see our lines. Our line is actually, we're actually really moving up. So we're gonna be more up the second line, which will be immediately the first line, because that's how it goes. It's the first line, then the second line, then the third line, but it's never a third line because it doesn't exist in my mind, because I don't like unpaired numbers. I like paired numbers, they're my favorite. You know, so I like my 2s and 4s, so if we don't have 4 lines, that's fucked up. Okay, moving on, across this little narrow road, probably you see crap. I'm thinking like this, using my T-34s and KV-85s, okay, though KV-85 is probably much stronger than the T-34. Let's see the health. Health is 400 just for the 85 version. It's 600 for the KV-85. So, of course, KV-85 is a heavier tank than T-34, which is understandable, but because we only have it like one as far as I can see, and we have a bunch of the IS-2s, as you see in the background. This is not the IS-2, but nonetheless this and this here, and this one here. So all in all, we have a bunch of stuff. Of course, we're gonna be doing it like this. We're gonna put our soldiers up front, like, yeah, there. I'm using my hands to show stuff, but you can't see that because it's not some cool Oculus Rift crap. So yeah, moving that. I'm gonna be moving also T-34s up front, having the stronger, more, well, of course, stronger tanks behind those guys, because if these guys die, the IS-2s can just kick the freaking Panthers and Tigers into oblivion. That means good stuff for me, good stuff for them, except those guys that die already, you know. Or should I say that are dead already, so... Die already? What the fuck? Anyway, that's not the point, that's not the point, let's move on. So, okay, so this side is a little bit unknown for us, well, to us. Let's see if we can actually see something beyond these trees, because we probably can't see crap. Ooh, you missed him. You just missed him a little bit. I like how trees are getting destroyed in this compared to the original Summon Strike. You know, you can see it. You can see the tree falling. I like that. That little attention to detail to me. As I said, always attention to detail. For fuck's sake. Okay, I don't have to worry about the left flank to watch it over with this officer. I'm gonna watch it this flank, which is totally empty as far as I can see. Of course, adding my T-34s up here is not a bad idea, because as we have seen, they are already targeting this position with their artillery units. Now, they may just only be the grenade launchers, which would be awesome if that was actually true, but it's not, and I don't know whether those 2 guys that I put on a bridge are. Oh well, so this link is gonna stay as is. I'm gonna be putting these guys here. Yeah, I'm gonna be putting them here near the jeep. So yeah, I'm gonna make a fucking nice line of awesome. An awesome line is an awesome line, like a panther, but not like a panda. Panda is cool, but not like a panther. At some point, the panda will be cooler, but not at the moment, because I'm not at the moment into pandas. Now, moving on. I just love this music. My god, I mean, Company of Heroes really have some good music. The second one, I prefer every single piece in the second one, but the first one really has only like for British. I love the freaking British part of the music in the Company of Heroes. It's so like, go and fight, go and kill Germans, Americans, whoever you're gonna fight. awesome stuff, you know. And, you know, I love British music. I mean, in the Company of Heroes 1, it's beautiful, you know. That's the only music I like in Company of Heroes 1. Of course, there's a credits music I also love, for instance. But all in all, definitely Company of Heroes 2 music has more like, yeah, that thing. So, okay, so I have like 3 V8 tanks here. We have barely any support from tanks on this far left side. I have to spread these guys up a little bit because as they are now, a little bit hard to use them properly. Bunch of stuff here. We also have one more, the SU-100. You can barely notice the difference, but there is a difference between this 100 model and the 122 model. You can see the big size of the 122. So this is 122. As you can see, the big size. Plus, it has something red on it. All in all, you know, there are of course differences, but to be honest, in Soundstrike originals, it's quite different. You know, you can't really see that well. You know, like the difference between T-17 and T-26. There is a difference, but if you really look closely, there is just a little bit difference, you know. So yeah, okay. So at the moment the left flank is kind of secure, I guess. I mean, we have a bunch of stuff. The right flank is problem because it has trees, and as you can see, not all trees can be penetrated by the freaking tracks of the tanks. So we have that little problem of how to actually pass through all this. If the enemy actually attacks us, we'll be in a very bad situation. Them having the freaking artillery guns of who knows what millimeter, and of course if they have the railway artillery, we're getting fucked there. I mean, the railway artillery, that is a piece of work. If they have it, I do not know if they do, but I'm presuming that the mod add that. Of course, if they have some bigger freaking artillery, as I said, the Thor or that other thing, that curly name, I can't remember exactly, but I know there's a Thor cannon and all that awesome stuff. Gustav cannon, I think it's called also. So yeah, you know, all those fancy cannons. So yeah, B810s, let's spread them again. Good for, I guess, for the slow scouting, heavy armor. Of course, as you can see yourself, without me actually needing to be mentioned by me, whatever. So yeah, we can also use the M3s because M3s here, I mean, they're full of something like soldiers. So I guess they're cool to use as a fast attack vehicle, especially I'm thinking especially during the town battles without AT guns. You know, if there are AT guns, they're screwed, but without AT guns, you know, maybe some few men survive the first shot of the AT gun and they disembark, and that will actually help us. Oh yeah, baby. Okay, so that's it. That's the entire part. Of course, we have the second line here. I'm thinking of doing like a first and second line because again, if they do attack, this smaller tanks, aka T-34-85s, will be destroyed first. The Panthers, as you can see, the Panther with one shot, even a Panzer IV-H version, destroyed T-34 in one shot. That's meaning, I mean, I think Panzer IV is 76 millimeter, you know, but again, as far as I know, it doesn't mean if you have a bigger gun, it is a better and more, you know, and a bigger quality gun, you know. As you have seen, the KV-2 having like 152 millimeter, but it's heavy as a hell. I'm talking about real life, as far as I remember, heavy as hell, and really hard to use, you know. Even its own weight of that cannon, you know, is unsupported by the freaking chassis of the KV-1, and you know, I mean, all in all, you know, you have this KV-85, and you know, I barely heard much about it compared to the, of course, famous T-34. But again, my knowledge is much more, should I say, simple. But again, it's a nice to know stuff a little bit here and there. Of course, you know, just for the fuck of it, doesn't mean it's historically correct, maybe, but it's fun. You know, I consider myself, if I actually am playing that certain game, you need to have some kind of, you know, thing that, you know, you can talk about a little bit, you know, but again, I'm talking mostly as a fan, because I like this stuff, you know, and to me that is the most important thing. If I like something like, you know, this sides tanks, those side, like USSR tanks and all that, I like to talk about them, you know, what I learned and all that, what Southern Strike taught me. That's what I want to know. So I'm guessing they have definitely some kind of defense in this position. They may not see us, but they maybe have it. Okay, so the freaking M3s actually only have the regular crew of 3 people and the 4 other dudes. But again, as you notice, we do not get free chassis to take, though, should I say, empty tanks. Okay, so that means they're useless. But again, I could be wrong, so I maybe should actually get these guys in the back, use my BA-10s, as I have a huge amount of those guys. And yeah, I mean, why waste the perfectly good crew members if we can maybe get some kind of vehicle, like a Tiger, Panther, why not? I mean, getting those things is, to me, is like the biggest fucking thing about Sunstrike, you know? Getting those cool looking tanks, and awesome famous tanks, you know, repair them and just enjoy using them against the Germans. Why not? I mean, that's the coolest thing about Southern Strike. Okay, the second game, because second game introduced us with that kind of formula, you know, where you destroy this, we may only kill crew members inside and move on. So I'm gonna just be moving a little bit here and there, just for my, should I say, for my tanks to have some kind of coverage from the right flank. This one IS-2 isn't good enough to have. Not one is enough, I guess. Again, we have a huge amount of T-34s, so I'm guessing there shouldn't be too much problems if the enemy remembers the route towards my positions, aka my left side here. Okay. What should we do here now? Let's see the lines. The lines are actually a little bit, should I say, broken at the moment. As you can see here, most of the stuff I can't see because of the trees, and I accidentally clicked on a freaking tank, so my units are wanting for a little bit of R&R on the tank. That sounds bad, believe me, it is. Okay, let's get our commanders out of their freaking coffins. Honestly, but again, if you think about it, you know, who would want to ride a fucking tank? Honestly. They're a perfect target for anything. Anyone with a freaking RPG wants to shoot a fucking tank immediately because it's cool, you know. And you know, who would fucking jump on a tank and just ride, you know, in the middle of the battle? How the fuck would you want to do that? I mean, why would you want to do that? You would die immediately. You would be blown to bits. Ugh, disgusting. Anyway. Okay, aside some unbelievable facts of awesome and how to ride a tank, we're just gonna move this M3 a little bit. Because he's now alone, I can risk one vehicle, and plus he is a little bit fast. Yeah, like a fast, really, not really. But getting a little bit of knowledge what the hell is in this farmhouse, well, around the farmhouse, maybe I gain some kind of coolness. Nobody's shooting. Okay, this is strange. I was expecting a huge amount of enemy tanks, but as we're getting towards their position, their main position, the middle position, I'm guessing they are only in defense. So yeah, maybe the towns are quite empty actually. But again, I was expecting here at least mortars. Because honestly, I would put mortars here. It's nice to know that we don't have to worry about that. But it's also nice to know that we have some kind of scouting vehicle there, and then he's enjoying himself. Excellent, so we know that there is absolutely nothing around us. Nobody wanted to shoot at us. So I'm gonna use my left side now. I think my right side is well enough. So, well, should I say safe enough? Well enough, really. Anyhow, so yeah, I'm just gonna see how we're gonna go with this, because as I can see by awesome standards of the German army, or should I say the 6th Volksgrenadier army. They're definitely on defense, as they said on the freaking report. So I'm gonna just be moving on then the left side, as I wanted from the beginning, just to make nice entry into this forest, into this nice little village of peace and tranquility. Now, let's do that. Let's do that. Hoorah, indeed. To the empty village, up ahead. I have a feeling people will die soon. Bombs dropping on their heads. Yeah, I have that feeling, you know. It's a good feeling. Also, you will notice that we do not have many of the grenade launchers. You know, you get one or two, and honestly, if you wanna control key these guys, that to me is a little bit like, you know, over the top. You know, in smaller situations, sure, but again, they're good, I guess, for the defensive purposes and then just the attacking purposes. Because again, defensive purposes with these guys is perfect. You know, demoralizes the troops. Again, the morale is quite useless in Southern Strike, always will be, and always. I never noticed it, and when I did, it was ridiculous looking, because they're going left and right, still moving left and right. I mean, you can see a fucking tiger moving left and right, and you can't control him because of that. And it looks stupid, you know. It's like, what the hell is going on? Okay. I think this left side needs a little bit more love, because there is only at the moment one IS-2 and T-34 on the left side. I think the right side is nicely secured, and plus this, again, we see that there is absolutely nothing in this position, so I can actually move a little bit here. Maybe I don't have to worry too much that the enemy has. Maybe absolutely they don't have anything in any of the villages except the Lubin. So, you know, who knows? Who knows? We shall see soon enough. As soon as people start dying, this is a perfect opportunity for them to like have MGs here, shooting the crap out of the soldiers, and of course bombing them to oblivion. Okay, T-34s up ahead. Come on, guys, move up. I was expecting an awesome tank battle here, but I'm disappointed. Honestly, videos are not full of action and sexiness, which is good for me. Maybe not for you, but for me it's cool, because I don't have to worry about losses of my men. And yes, when I actually do play games like this, I actually think about my man as my man, you know. Because I think that that's the best thing about this kind of game. You have that right to RP. And I like RPing, honestly. I like RPing, like, not in a heavy sense, but in that mild sense that you feel honored that you have this bunch of stuff, you know, and you can use them the way you want to, but when you lose them, you feel bad for it, you know. But again, yeah. You move there, not R for you, R for him. Okay, this is how I want to do this. Where are the BA-10s? Okay, this M3 and BA-10 will go to the left. They're gonna be, and these guys will go here. I think that's a perfect positioning for both of them, because they are scouting vehicles at the end of the day, and I don't have to worry about anything else. You will go fast and furious behind that house here, because I want to know what the hell is happening. You will go behind that tree, those trees, and I will know what the hell is happening. Okay, at the moment I'm desperate for some kind of action because it's sexy, and I want to see my IS-2s and T-34s in action, because they're gonna finally fire at many tanks. It would seem that that doesn't want to happen. So, what's happening here? I was expecting an awesome battle. At the moment, I'm quite disappointed. Hey, I don't mind because I win. Okay, maybe not starting. What's starting? Oh, Panther. We have a Panther here. Of course, the M3 is gonna like try and do anything to Panther. That's of course Bad for him. That ain't gonna happen any day soon. Woo! You missed that one, did you? Okay, I think I can do a immediately mass move on my troops. Excellent. Excellent. I'm happy with the situation. I think some support for my guys here would be nice. They definitely have a huge amount of artillery, but as far as I've noticed, in that position there are only 3 hits. So, yeah, that's good. That's good enough for me. Okay, nothing still. I'm quite disappointed. I really am. I was expecting something cool to happen. I mean, with the amount of, tanks I have, and being called a tank battle of Lubin, you would expect a tank battle of Lubin, but, I'm not seeing anything except my tanks coming in like rows and rows of awesome. Communism, what can you do? Nobody wants to play with you. Okay, let's see who is left behind. There's a bunch of stuff left behind. I'm gonna secure my lines. I have no idea what they wanted to shoot. Honestly, no idea. Oh. So they do have a view upon us. I have a feeling that someone is in the house and he's looking at us strangely. No? Okay. They're probably observers from those positions, but as you can see, their artillery is very, very inaccurate. Continue shooting, please. Waste all your ammo if you can. I will be glad to see that. Very, very glad. Honestly, what the hell are they trying to shoot exactly? Because they're shooting far right, and it's unbelievable that their freaking guns are that inaccurate, unless they're very, very far away, which would be very... Yeah, I definitely think they're here or somewhere, because if they're that inaccurate, that they're very, very far away. Very far away. Whatever they want to shoot is like too hard for them to even do anything about it. Also, it's probably not a good artillery anyway. Because only a bad artillery like that, in small, like 105mm, is capable of doing that kind of crap, being so inaccurate from the very, very far away. But that's not one of mine, because if they're that far away, that's a big one. It's a big one nonetheless. And they have a huge amount of ammo for it. I'm not complaining about it, that's a good thing, because that means that they want to fight. Though they're not defending any of these towns, I was expecting some cool fights in them. That's their problem, of course, not mine. But again, this looks like a bait when you think about it. Feels like a baiting. But again, they have to see us from somewhere, so maybe this tower here, or this warehouse here. Because if it's not this building, that means they're somewhere else. They're seeing us well, but they can't really do anything with that shitty artillery. BA-10 up there. See what's happening in the town. Let's see what we have here. I've seen a quite empty village. It seemed that they did not want to defend this village. Understandable. They would be pretty an open situation here, even if, you know, quite open situation for them if they actually want to defend this town. That means if this town is empty, the only possibilities for me are the actual attack, and there they go. The only possibilities are actually... What? The only possibility is blah 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 blah. There goes a Vietnam. You serve the motherland correctly. Now this is a battle for Leuven. Whoa, they have tanks. Maybe it's bad for me to actually move that close. Okay, there are a bunch of tigers dead. As you can see here, the Panzer Tiger. I mean, he can't do shit now, you know, he's dead. Nobody can actually support him. Yeah. As you can see here, the freaking, the Su-100 is shooting him a little bit. So we lost like what? 1 T-34, bunch of men, and BA-10. They lost bunch of tigers, panthers, and all that shit here, as you can see here. Actually, those are 2 tigers there. This third one is waiting for some destruction. Let's embarrass him and kill him with a T-34 if we can. If they actually have any sight through all that forest, that would be awesome. Maybe not. Get back. I don't want to lose my 100. Yeah. Oh, wait. I do have officers. I totally forget it. I have officers. How so evilishly of me. Okay, we have officers. We have a bunch of officers here. I'm going to be using them. Now, maybe that thing will actually repair himself. Will it? Yes, he's repairing himself. Okay, let's shoot you, because you're a bad, bad boy. You know, you could have gone from the behind, but no, well. Let's see how this is gonna go. I just want to see, I don't care. He didn't even kill him. Okay. That went bad for Tiger because he got owned by IS-2 and not the SU-100. All in all, there is a heavy amount of dead Germanoids, and plus they lost 3 of their elite tanks. I'm happy about that situation. I didn't lose, like, okay, I lost B-810, 1 TD-34. What the fuck, you know, like, what the hell? And here they did absolutely nothing. I mean, come on, it's bad for them, honestly. Unless if I did lose anything, I did not feel it. So yeah. Thank you. You awesome IS-2, you sexy beast of sexiness. Of course, you also T-34. Also, B-810s were shooting. You're awesome. How embarrassing for a Panther to be shot by a freaking B-810 and actually B-810 survive. He was doing this regular patrol around this position by the look of the tracks, so yeah. I think we did nicely here. Reality-wise, we didn't lose anything. And this side is still nice and well. All in all, we did nicely here, to be honest, with this video. All the best to you guys. I hope you enjoyed this little bit of fun and destruction of the Germanoid army. All the best to you.